I'm John, and tonight I want answers about the World Cup and Eric Cantor. There's no stopping us now because we're live.
John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers. Give John answers. John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers now.
Check your calendar. If it says June 12th, 2014, then we're live.
Or it could have been like an hour ago. There's like an hour and a half after the show's done that it's still June 14th.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been able to see it. Like, I don't put it on the internet until probably after midnight.
What if they got on their TiVo?
Or 11. Oh, well, yeah.
See?
Okay.
Yeah,
You have found a flaw in my system.
I have. I found another flaw in your system.
My guest tonight is Keith Stattenfield. He's a host of Keith Explains, which was on this station last night at 8:30.
It was.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, you don't get it where you live?
I don't get it where
You
I
don't get it where you live?
No,
He's my guest tonight because he's a news junkie, history buff, and we couldn't get anyone better on short notice.
On any notice, I
Well,
think.
yeah. I give you a fair amount of notice.
Well, you do give me
Yeah.
a fair amount of notice.
Yeah.
But someday we should have a show where we talk about other topics that you tried to get people for and failed.
Didn't we do that? We did Black History Month, and we had planned to have on a professor who knew of color.
Yes.
Can I say that? Who knew
You're
about
Canadian,
the topic.
so yes, I believe you can.
And then he bailed out. So we talked about a topic.
Unable to attend.
He's unable to attend. So we talked about a topic that we were not prepared
Not at
or
all
qualified
comfortable or qualified to
to talk
discuss.
about. Yes.
So like a repeat of tonight's show.
If you've never seen the show before, this is like a courtroom drama. I'm the prosecutor. My guest is the expert witness. And you at home are the jury. And it's your job to convict or acquit the topics.
Or they could go into the kitchen and make a nice cup of tea.
What?
And then
instead
say,
of
go
voting?
sit on the porch and look at the stars for half an hour.
Like instead of voting to convict or acquit?
Exactly.
That would not be exercising your civic duty. Big news. Tonight is our 50th episode.
Wow.
We're halfway to syndication. At 100 episodes, right, you get syndication.
I think that's sitcoms.
We are like a sitcom.
We are like a sitcom.
It's a comedy.
Wow.
It's quite a situation we have here.
What's my cut of the sitcom, of the syndication revenue?
You get 10% of the revenue.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
The
rich.
negotiations were not in my favor.
They were not. I drove a very hard bargain.
And not only is this the 50th episode, season 5 premiere. 5 seasons. We're starting 5 seasons now. So that's
10 shows a season.
No, we do 12 shows a season, but we had a bonus episode last season.
Okay.
Because out of the blue, Steve Wozniak was free one Monday.
Yeah.
And so we said, we got to have you on and talk about the movie Jobs.
We did.
So we did a bonus episode.
bonus episode.
Yeah, it was great.
That one was good. I hear people like that one on YouTube.
You weren't on that one, were you?
I wasn't. No, I was
Did
in the
not
audience.
appear. You were like floor director, and you were like wrangler of the audience.
I had to wrangle the audience.
You had to like
Yeah,
eject
there
some
was-
people. There was some.
There was actual audience wrangling required.
Yeah. We'll be taking your tweets. So during the show, you can tweet us at John Wants Answer. There's no S on the end because the S is for suck, and we don't. Send us your messages, and we'll get to them later in the show. If you don't like Twitter, and I don't blame you, no one likes Twitter, you can go to our website, johnwantsanswers.com, and there you can click on the contact link, and we'll get the messages that way too. And while you're there, why not just watch all my past episodes? Because they're all there.
Yeah. Can they order merchandise from the website?
Yes, they can.
Wow. What's my cut of that?
You did bad negotiation. You have no merchandising revenue.
I have no merchandise. Wow.
No, you didn't get the
I got
merchandising.
to talk to my agent.
Hey, while you're tweeting us or messaging us, tell us which hat you like better. I'm wearing a blue hat tonight. And I think last month I was wearing a gray hat.
Yeah.
So tell me if you like the blue hat better or the gray hat or no hat.
Or no hat.
Or maybe you like the old t-shirts before. I used to wear t-shirts with my face on it.
Yeah.
And now I'm dressed up because I'm on TV. So they tell me I have to be a little bit dressed up.
Well, one person told you that.
What? She had help.
Okay.
A few people
Two
told me.
people told you that.
Yeah, about two. Yeah.
Were they all women?
No.
Wow. No, I know who one of them was.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
With the exception of the guy that cuts your hair,
Yes.
were they all women?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Our first topic: World Cup.
I guess the music's busted.
There it is. Oh, the piano player moved. Now he's
He
over
did,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Behind that.
I like the old spot a little better.
The acoustics are better when he was
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
Yeah. It really bounced off the walls a little bit.
Exactly.
World Cup. So I looked in the archives.
Yes?
We talked about the FIFA World Cup on episode number 2, our second episode ever. And man, I looked at the episode. I did not have that much gray hair. I've really turned gray. This is where I wear a hat now, I guess. Over the last 4 years, this show has really stressed me out.
Taking you out of you.
Yeah. So I look so young in the old shows. Yeah. So we talk about FIFA, the Fédération Internationale de Football Association.
I think it's FIFA.
FIFA. Did I say FIFA again?
You did. Yeah, you said
Yeah.
FIFA again.
Yeah, we talked about that on that show too, 4
Yeah.
years ago. 4 years ago, we had the same problems. So how often do we have the World Cup?
Every 4 years.
No. Do Americans care any more now than they used to?
No.
So our level of interest in the World Cup
It's
is
not-
still,
Pitiful.
is it at a record low or just the same low?
Well, it's not a record low. Because
Uh-huh.
like 60 years ago, we cared less.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. We have the Beckham who plays sports in this country now.
Yes.
So did that increase
I don't
Americans'
think
love
that's helped. I don't
of the
think that's
soccer?
helped.
No.
I think the thing that's helping soccer is little kids play soccer.
Yeah, that's so weird how kids are always playing soccer, like little kids, not like high school kids, like
Well,
little kids.
Like through middle school. It's
And
a
then,
popular
like,
sport for kids.
After that, they don't play it anymore. Or
Well, some of them do.
What?
I mean, the thing is, more of them do now than did 60 years ago.
60
So
years.
in
when
a
was that?
generation or two, maybe we'll actually
19.
have a significant number of people that care about soccer. Maybe it'll rival football. I mean, we won't play football because of the concussion thing.
That's
Stop
going
it,
to
stop. Yeah,
stop.
yeah,
We're going to stop
yeah,
playing football now. Are there going to be vuvuzelas
No,
in this
probably
World
not.
Cup? Good.
Not the same way there were there.
Good, because that was
They were annoying.
annoying.
Yeah.
Everyone hated that.
Yeah,
Except for the South Africans who were like, hey, it's what we do here.
that's what we do.
And we're like, we wish we knew that before we picked you to host these games.
I like that the TV networks put in the filters to take the noise out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's they measured it like it's a steady. There's no pitch. I think there's like one noise it makes and that's it.
Yeah.
And so they can just focus in on that one
yeah.
droning noise.
Well, if they could put a freaking yellow line on the field, I mean, they can get rid of a hum.
Yeah. Is the U.S. competing in the World Cup?
They are,
They
I
are.
think.
You think?
Well, I think we competed in the playoffs running up to it. I don't know if we're one of the 32 teams, but I think we are.
Okay. Well,
Pretty sure we are.
if you know, tweet us, because you're our fact checkers. They had a game already.
They did.
Only one game, or they have mini games?
Well, it depends on whether we're live or not.
We're live.
I believe Brazil-Croatia was played earlier today.
Who won?
Brazil won.
Woohoo!
They are very happy.
Wait, should I
In
be
Brazil?
happy? Who are we rooting for?
Do you know where Croatia is?
Eastern Europe?
Do you know where Brazil is?
South America?
Then it's your choice.
I have no affinity either way. I guess I'm equally apathetic.
Equally
either way.
indifferent to soccer.
Yeah. So I know you did a lot of studying
I did.
on World Cup.
I did.
What
Just
are some
tons
of the
it.
morsels you discovered during your research?
Everyone hates FIFA.
I heard they're corrupt.
Yeah, it says, well, just everyone hates them. I think they are corrupt, but just everyone hates them.
Hates them because of corruptness or other
I think
reasons?
that's part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of arbitrary.
How are they corrupt? They just
Well, they're very... They put a big squeeze on the host countries and the countries before that and the teams, and they make them do things, and it costs a lot of money to be in FIFA, and FIFA raises a bunch of money,
you think they'd be ripe for
and
competition?
then they keep it all.
Why can't like some other guy come
Well, I mean,
in?
there are other soccer networks.
What if
or soccer
instead of
leagues.
this French thing, we have
FIFA?
the International Football Association Federation? So we have IFAF.
Well, I mean, there's a European soccer league, or a
Yeah.
couple of them.
But they're not like big like the World Cup. They just think the Europeans
It's
say,
like the Olympics,
we're going to do a World
right?
Cup.
I mean, why are the Olympics the big ones?
They
We'd
play
have another
soccer?
Olympics.
They play soccer in the
I don't think
Olympics?
they play soccer in the Olympics.
No?
I don't think so.
If you think they play soccer in the Olympics, tweet us. We'll read your tweets. Okay. So that's soccer.
That's soccer, man.
That's all we got.
We've said everything. Actually, I know a little more about soccer, but we've said as much as we need to say about soccer, given our predominantly American geek audience.
Okay. Well, in that case, we should just get right next to our next topic. Our next topic, Eric Cantor.
I think it's because he's further away.
He's further away. That's
So it
why
takes longer for the noise to get to him to know he should start playing.
and then longer for the noise to get to
And
us
longer for the noise
hear
to
that
get
he's
back
playing.
to us.
Yeah. Eric Cantor.
Eric Cantor.
Am I saying it wrong?
Yes.
I'm saying Cantor.
Yes, you are.
It's
And it's not. It's
Cantor?
Cantor.
So it's like an E because it's spelled C-O-C-A-N-T-O-R.
No, you don't stress the O at the end.
Oh.
Eric Cantor.
I guess I'm a foreigner. I'm from Canada, so we kind of do that kind of thing. Eric Cantor.
Yeah.
So he is a guy who lost a primary,
Yes.
and it was big news.
It
Why?
became big news the moment he lost the primary.
Yes. Who is
Because no one expected him to lose the primary.
Eric Cantor?
Eric Cantor is a Republican politician. He is and has been for the past couple of years the majority leader in the House of Representatives,
Okay.
which is generally called the second most powerful position in the House behind the Speaker.
Oh, so the orange guy,
The orange guy,
who's he?
Boehner,
John Boehner.
John Boehner.
Yeah, he's-
Speaker Boehner
He's the Speaker of the
of
House.
the House of Representatives.
What does the Speaker do, and what does the House Majority Leader do?
Well, the Speaker is actually said in the Constitution the House has to pick a Speaker. Majority Leader isn't constitutional office, it's an office that the House elects. Generally, I mean, American politics has always been divided between two parties, and I'm unclear how it ended up that way, but now structurally it pretty much ensures we'll always have exactly two parties. And then one of those two parties will have more people than the other, just because of odd numbers. And that party is, on the first day of the session after they're all elected, they elect their leadership.
Okay.
And in general, they get together and decide who they want to have to be Speaker, and then they all vote for that person to be Speaker, and that person becomes Speaker. And then Majority Leader is only voted on by their caucus, so they all decide who they want to be the Majority Leader, and the Whip, and the Deputy Whip, and all these other offices.
So the Speaker, what special job does he have in the House?
So the Speaker largely gets to control the flow of business in the House of Representatives.
So he
And
picks.
technically, he's supposed to be the guy behind the lectern at the front with the gavel who bangs it and says, I recognize the gentleman from Ohio, I recognize the
Right.
gentleman from Kansas, right, and goes back and forth between the two sides and decides who gets to talk in what order, decides who gets to offer, you know, when's the vote going to happen, those kinds of things. Now, the Speaker doesn't actually do that.
Oh, no?
The Speaker actually just picks someone in his party and makes them Speaker pro tem, so they get to be Speaker for the day and stand at the lectern and bang things.
Okay.
Because the Speaker is too busy to actually do what the Speaker should do.
Uh-huh.
But really, the Speaker is deciding what bills that various committees have looked at will get brought to the floor, what bills that have been written have to be sent to which committees before they can even come to the floor. He decides how long debate will be.
So he
picks the
really
people.
controls
he
what goes
largely
on.
controls the House.
So he could like have only Republican sponsored business come, and none of the Democratic sponsored business come.
Yes, they.
Oh. And he can
often-
make all the Republicans speak and none of the Democrats speak.
They kind of have to let both sides speak.
Yeah.
By
It's in the
convention.
Constitution.
No, it's not the Constitution, but they trade off.
Okay.
But largely by deciding what amendments are allowed and what order people will be allowed to bring amendments, you can have a very serious and significant control over the legislation that has any chance of making it out of.
So that's
the
what the Speaker
House.
does, and that's a constitutional position. House Majority Leader. Do they? What do they have as a job?
So largely their job is to make sure that the majority party, that their stuff is getting to happen.
Doesn't the speaker do that?
Well, the speaker actually makes it happen, right? And then the majority leader's the speaker sometimes tries to be not quite as partisan as the majority leader. The majority leader, if you were wondering what do the Republicans in the House think, you would probably call the majority leader,
Okay.
and he would tell you.
Okay.
They kind of keep their party in line. They decide, what bills need to get voted on and who needs to vote to make sure that certain bills actually make progress. And also, in a sense, majority leader is second in line to be speaker, because speaker is eventually going to leave, and generally the majority leader moves up into speaker when the speaker, steps down.
Okay. So Eric Cantor,
Cantor.
lost the primary. Who did he lose to?
Professor David Bratt.
David Bratt. He sounds like a real brat.
That's funny.
No, it's
I
not.
think
Yeah.
I think you're the very first person to have made that joke on television.
Really? Well, perhaps on this station. I'll bet on this station.
I bet on this station.
So Republicans, are they the right or the left?
Generally, they're called the right.
They're called the right.
Conservatives.
Conservatives. So the new guy, David Bratt, is he more right than Eric Cantor?
He hasn't actually held elective office before.
So no one
His
really knows.
positions are much more seemingly conservative than Eric Cantor's. But Eric Cantor's positions are pretty darn conservative, all things told. So it's kind of a crapshoot.
So this David Bratt, I understand, was a Tea Party kind of guy.
It's
Yeah?
debatable,
Okay.
but kind of.
Was
he
Eric-
didn't actually get much in the way of money from the Tea Party during his primary. He didn't get money from anyone during the primary.
Yeah, he won without...
primarily ran against Eric Cantor largely on one issue, which is, we don't like you. We think you're too soft on immigration.
Oh,
And I promise to be much less soft on immigration than you.
that's his whole platform? And
That's mostly what he talked about.
Oh, and I guess it worked. So Eric Cantor,
Cantor.
was he a Tea Party guy?
He wasn't elected by the Tea Party because he was elected to Congress before the Tea Party existed.
Oh, okay.
But he had significant support from the Tea Party. He's been considered fairly conservative.
Or even
And-
is even the Tea Party surprised that he lost?
Well, no, because they don't like anyone.
Not like anyone. Did the Tea Party support David Bratt?
Not
or
really.
He didn't get really any supporters.
Yeah.
Financially, but I guess he had
Financially.
voters. He had
Voters, yeah. There was significant discontent in his district. That he has not been doing a great job of representing his district. He has more been focused nationally,
Yeah.
focused on getting to be speaker,
Yeah.
focused on raising money for the Republican Party as a whole.
Man, gotta take
And
care
in
of
the
district.
House, you got to keep your district happy
Yeah.
because they
they can
can
throw you out.
unelect you.
Yeah, they're the only ones who can elect you. The only ones. So this was just the primary.
This is just a primary.
So the primary is where a party, like Republicans,
Yes.
decide who their
Who-
candidate is going to be
Who their candidate on the
for the next
fall
election.
election will be.
That's going to be in like November, right?
Yes, first Tuesday.
That's the midterm elections, we call those, right?
Yes.
That's when we elect all new House of
Entire
Representatives.
House of Representatives is elected,
is elected every 2 years.
and roughly a third of the Senate.
So every 6 years, senators are up for re-election.
Yes.
Okay.
You studied that on your little citizenry test, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick,
See?
who's the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
Roberts. Am I right?
You are.
Wow, I just pulled it out of the air.
Okay.
Okay, well, we have to take a break now. We have more to go.
Okay, more to go.
We have to stop our break, and when we come back, we're going to take your tweets and learn more about Eric Cantor.
Cantor. I think it's Cantor.
You think it's Cantor?
Yeah.
If I was Cantor. Why would he spell his name like that if you wanted us to pronounce it Cantor?
It's a Jewish name.
Oh,
He's a Jewish person.
So-
His family has been Cantors for generations. I don't think he got to pick it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Do we have any tweets? Oh, we got a tweet.
Really? Okay.
There is.
Is it from a cute girl?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. Let me check
Sorry,
the.
man. Every week I hope for you.
It's all right. Let's check our mail. Oh, we got some mail too. Wait,
Man, how exciting.
did we get anything? Oh, it's like an anonymous. Someone wrote an anonymous message.
It's the web.
So we don't know who wrote that.
Read it.
I'll read it during the tweets, during the section of the taking the tweets and the mails.
I've been looking at myself on TV. I think my head's getting bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah. I've been noticing this every couple
Your
weeks. This
forehead's
this-
getting bigger?
This is larger, and I can only assume that means my head as a whole is expanding.
I got some.
Not reliable.
I got some bad news
Probably,
for you.
probably because my brain is.
You
expanding.
should look. You should watch our second episode,
Yes.
and you'll see how young we look, and you can compare your forehead.
Wow.
Space.
Yeah, I'll have to get a calipers.
Just go to johnwantsanswers.com to see all our past episodes.
I'm not going to do that.
No?
No.
Ah.
No, I've got things to do.
You could just watch the last Cubic Plains.
Yeah.
The last one? That was like a.
Yesterday.
Oh, look, someone's pointing at us.
And we're back, and we're going to take your tweets and messages. So first up, we have a message from the website, and it says, it's anonymous. They didn't put their name in, who they are. Don't go back to the t-shirts, John! Exclamation point. So they're very
Wow.
interested in me.
It's important to them.
So the new look is taking favor.
It's got at least one fan.
At least one fan.
What did you do with all those t-shirts? Did you donate them to charity?
No, they're just stacked in my closet at home.
You should donate them to charity.
Yeah.
And then you should just drive around town and see if you can see guys wearing them.
I should make a whole lot of the same t-shirt. Because my t-shirts aren't really all that unique. But I'll make a bunch of t-shirts that are very unique, give them to charity, and then see where they pop up.
You can number them. Like one of 25. Make them limited edition.
Music in the music store.
Okay, we have a tweet that was sent by Twitter.
Tar.
Rene Mendoza. I think he works here at the station.
I think he does.
I've heard his name before.
I think so.
There is soccer in the Olympics. There you go.
Wow.
So you thought there was no soccer. And I-
Who knows?
I was inclined to think there was soccer, but I wasn't sure.
I don't think it's been soccer for long, though.
You think
And
it's a
maybe
new
they
thing?
kicked another sport out to get soccer in.
Really?
Who knows?
Well, if you know if they kicked out soccer,
Yeah.
tweet us, and next month we'll read that tweet.
I'm pretty sure it's in the summer games.
Yeah, it won't be winter.
No.
That's where the curling is.
Hockey.
Hockey and curling.
Hockey is like ice soccer.
Yeah.
With fighting.
They fight in soccer, don't they?
They're nasty sometimes.
They run around
They're
a lot.
very
in
civilized about it.
Soccer looks very tiring
Soccer is
because you are
exhausting.
running
I am.
nonstop.
I like to watch soccer on TV because it's 104 degrees, and people start running back and forth for 45 minutes and don't stop, and then they take a break, and then they come back and they run back and forth for 45 more minutes. And at the end of that, I'm tired.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to Eric Cantor.
Eric Cantor.
So, what district did he represent?
I don't know. It's in Virginia.
Virginia? That's all you need to know. Like what state? Yeah, Virginia. Okay.
37th?
Well, I don't, yeah. That's more detail than I needed. I just want to know what state. But
Virginia, yeah.
Okay. So they don't like immigrants in Virginia, I guess.
I'm not going to say that.
I'm going to.
The voters in the primary, which again is a small number of people. I mean,
Right.
like the difference between the two candidates was like 4,000 votes.
So, it's a primary. So it's like only the Republican people who are registered Republicans get to vote in that.
I think Virginia actually has an open primary, but
Oh.
by and large, it's only Republicans that participate, and a small fraction of the electorate as a whole. I mean, sometimes people in the other party will say, you know, go vote for this guy to screw up the other side,
Yeah.
but that didn't seem to happen here.
No, that'd be a great strategy. That's what I would do.
Yeah. I mean, no one thought he was going to lose. So it's not a great strategy if no one thinks you're going to lose.
So, Eric Cantor has announced he's going to resign as House Majority Leader
Yes.
on July 31st.
Yes.
But technically, he has all the way until January to keep
His-
being.
Seat in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, his
Yes,
seat is still there
goes
till
through the end of the
January.
session, which is January something.
Why doesn't he just stay on until January? Why is he
Well,
going to
he
leave now?
doesn't. I mean, he's majority leader in the party because he has support of the party, and
And now he has.
when you've lost your election and are leaving, you start, your support of the party starts to erode. And other people start to think, well, if I were majority leader in the House, that would mean I was second in line to be speaker. Because someone's got to be speaker
Uh-huh.
after the orange guy resigns. And it's not going to be Eric Cantor now.
Did all the primaries happen
No.
last week?
No.
Oh.
Just Virginia. Like California's is in June.
Okay. Well, we are
Well,
in
it's June now.
It's June
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
So later.
California's, I guess,
Wait.
was last week.
Did I? Was it?
I think so. Did you
I
forget
remember
to vote?
I voted a week or two ago,
Yeah.
and not for everything. 'Cause there's too much stuff I don't know about or care about.
Well, you should call me.
I think I did vote for the Democratic
Yeah, you probably did.
primary person. Anna Eshoo.
Yeah, yeah.
She-
She's one of the
okay.
candidates.
Voted for you. Do a good job. See, this is me assuming she's watching my show.
She's not.
No?
No.
We had her on the...
You want me to ask her?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Next time I see her, I'll ask her.
Okay. Get her on DTV, that show we do.
It's been a couple years, but yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Who do you think the next majority leader is going to be?
Now the betting is on this guy from California, from Central Valley.
Really?
McCarthy?
Oh,
Kevin McCarthy.
that's kind of weird because California is predominantly a Democratic state. So there must be some parts that are
Southern
strongly
California
Republican.
and Central Valley have Republican representatives,
Southern? Like how far south?
like San Diego area.
Really?
Yeah.
So LA is probably
LA
Democrat.
is primarily Democratic.
And then where we are, which is San Francisco Bay Area.
Primarily Democratic.
Democratic. Central Valley,
Republican.
Republican. South.
Northern California, they smoke too much weed to vote.
They want to split off.
They do. Well, some of them do.
The state of Jefferson, there was some election about that, wasn't there?
There was a
Recently.
referendum,
A
in
referendum,
like 5 or 6 Northern California counties,
and they were like,
and it like barely passed in 2 of them and lost in the other. And
so 2 counties are going to
yeah,
look
it's not
into.
going to happen. It's not going to happen. No.
I heard a story in 1944.
Yeah.
There's going to have a vote in Congress about it.
Yeah.
State of Jefferson succeeding from California.
Yeah.
Like the day before, 2 days before, like the Pearl Harbor thing happened.
Oops.
So like everyone got distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why they didn't vote back then.
Well, they wouldn't have done it back then either.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You know, it's fun driving by I-5 because there's this one barn, and on the roof of the barn, it says State of Jefferson on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind
not
of.
going to happen.
Okay.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. We're being blanks. Oh, the gun jammed. So there's a shooting.
Yeah. Point it at your face and pull the trigger.
I heard every week there's like a shooting, and tonight we're having a shooting. This is our indication that it's time to wrap up. So, thanks for watching. Our next show, we don't know what our next show is.
What?
How come normally it'd be like the second Tuesday of the month.
Yes.
I'll be in Canada. So I don't know when the next show is going to be. We are going to have another show. I'm certain of that, but I don't know when it's going to be. Stay tuned. Now I look at the TV schedule. There is nothing after this, according to the schedule.
Just dead air?
Dead air for half an hour.
What if we
after the
just-
dead air, we have What the Bleep.
What if we just kept talking for half an hour?
Oh, I think they turn off the switch. So it's dead air. It's not us. It's nobody.
That's too bad, because we could have gotten a special 1 hour John Wants
Yeah.
Answers.
All right.
I mean,
So
imagine all the answers about the World Cup you could have gotten.
we didn't get any more answers. All right. Great show. High five.